video is brought to you by Letsynthesize Academy, the #1 place for practice-oriented courses for serious music producers.
Hey guys, welcome to the newest Synthesize Sunday episode, and because you guys asked me, I want to show you how I make bassline house. Okay, so like always, you can download this whole project from my Patreon, and if you want to dig deeper into production, click here for my academy, but right now, let's jump into it. Okay, let's get straight to the point because it is still holiday season and my family is waiting for me outside, but I just want to show you how I made these very cool bassline house things, and it is very simple. Use FM. Okay, so I'm sure that you love Serum, but Serum is not the best tool for this because, you know, its FM capabilities are, well, I would say very limited. So this is why I prefer Operator. So as you can see, I use lots of Operator here. So let's get to the main bass here, the first one. So the main operator is very simple, like always. You make a very harsh FM bass and use a low pass filter to make it like a bass sound. So now, because without the filter, oh, it's not the best. So use a low pass filter and, you know, apply an envelope to it to achieve the desired sound. Now the FM is very simple. I use a sine wave and I modulated it with another sine wave on course 8 and another, well, this time a custom waveform. It almost looks like a saw 6. Yeah, a saw 6 or more like a saw 16. Anyway, so it looks very similar to that on course 15. And I used this FM chain where we have oscillator A and B and C are FM modulating operator A independently. So this creates a very huge and very nice harsh FM sound that I filtered using a low pass filter. So this is all really. I'm using an EQ8 and it's just very slight process, and I made the bass frequencies under 150 mono because, as you can see, I applied 2 voices of unison using the spread knob. Now there is one thing you need to take care of is the envelopes, especially in the filter, because, you know, in the main envelope on operator A I just applied a slight amount of attack and all the others are very simple. What I did, I just cranked up the release, so basically I don't have any weird FM changes, FM sound changes at the end of the sound, so in this section on the release. It is important actually. But this is a sound, but there is one more thing we need to take care of, is the fillers. So as you can see, I use several fillers for the basses. So let's start with this. This is another operator bass, and actually this is just a modified version of the main bass sound. I tweaked the envelope a little and changed operator A to a triangle, this time on course 8, so the whole sound is a little higher. So the next one is another triangle on course 4, on course 3, and this time it's a simple sine. I used the low pass filter with the same envelope, and I also applied a pitch envelope, but that is very slight. Okay, let's start with a multiband compression after operator, a Haas effect using the delay tool, a reverb and a limiter, and this signal analyzer is really just a signal analyzer, so it doesn't give any to the sound. And I use an FM8 preset, but I don't want to disassemble that, but altogether they sound really well. Okay, let's go to the next bass sound. This time I use an operator on course 1, and I use sine waves on 5 octaves higher, which 16 means on the courses, to modulate them. And operator C is again a user waveform, the same low pass filter, and basically this is all an EQ, the boost a little on the very lows, a Haas effect, reverb, and we don't need this because this is basically only makes the low end mono, so that starts at 185. So we can delete that and drop a utility tool like this and click on bass mono 158. I think that was, no, it was 185 hertz. Okay, so this is all here. I mean, it's a very simple thing. All you need to do is just, you know, apply different type of FM and just filter them. I have another filler here. The altogether sounds so cool. And I use this filter bass for the next bass line. So it's another variation of the same bass. I use a sine wave, but this time on chord 6, another triangle on 4, and another user waveform, but this time on chords 8, pitch envelope, 2 voices of unison, low pass filter, but this time I changed the envelope. Let's see the main envelopes. Okay, they are untouched. Utility tool to, you know, make the low end mono. We don't need that actually. Reverb and the limiter. So very basic stuff. But what the trick behind is how you use these fillers. It is very simple. It has another basic filler that we used up. No, it's actually a different one. Let's see it. Okay, a sine wave, another sine wave on chorus 22, another user waveform on chorus 15, low pass filter. So basically this is all. You just, you know, go out and try different courses, different waveforms, maybe different envelopes on the sound, and you get very cool and different bass sounds that you can use up to form a very nice bass line basically. Okay, there is another stuff here, and actually it is coming from Serum, but this is the world's simplest bass sound. Okay, let's jump into it. It's actually one waveform. This waveform, it was a factory wavetable, but you know, I just used one cycle from that. I applied a low pass filter on this LFO movement, some dimension expander and some reverb, and basically this is it. And the band plus minus warping mode creates a nice and interesting modulation kind of thing. And again, apply different variations like neuro basses and stuff like that for the fillers. Now let's talk one word about the drums. Again, it's very simple. You have one kick coming from Operator, a clap sound, actually this is a snare, and 2 hi-hats. Now the trick behind it is the groove. So it adds some nice swing groove, swing rhythm to this whole thing using the Notador 16D swing. Let me deactivate it and I bet you will hear the difference. So what it does, I mean swing and grooves, what they do is basically take the 16th notes, we have only these hits on the 16th notes, and delays them slightly. You can do this manually if you take these notes and push them, or even further, but this is obviously too much. And this is what the swing does, because if I go to Notador and I click on commit, boom, you can see that it delays these 16th notes. Now the main notes are shrinked a little, but the position of them didn't change, so we can go back. And this is about the groove. It's very simple but very effective. Okay, so this was it. I hope you enjoyed that. And again, you can download this whole project from my Patreon and click here for my academy if you want to dig deeper into production. I was Larsson. See you guys next time. Peace.